Hello everyone, I'm Sarah of Rich Textures Crochet and welcome. Today we're going to learn how to crochet this waistcoat moss stitch. This is a wonderful crochet stitch. It's not too dense, but it does create this beautiful solid fabric with your design or your texture mostly to the front side. The back side looks almost the same. You just don't have quite that waistcoat knit look coming through as much on the other side, but it is there a little bit. It's not too bad. Today for the tutorial I'm going to be using a worsted or medium weight yarn. This is the Heather Lee yarn by We Crochet and Knit Picks. I'll also be using a 5mm or an H8 crochet hook, and this is a birchwood hook by Rowan. I'll put links to these items in the description of this video. Also down in the description you'll find a direct link to the free written instructions, which are on my website at richtexturescrochet.com, so do be sure to check that out. Also down in the description you'll find a direct link to my latest book, Barn Quilt Blankets. This features 5 beautiful crochet blanket patterns that have a geometric design, and it is down in the description of this video for you to take a look. So thank you so much for joining me. While you're here, I invite you to take a look around. Don't forget to subscribe. This channel is updated every single week with free crochet patterns and stitch tutorials. Now our stitch today is worked in rows. We're going to start by taking our yarn and making a slip knot. You're then going to work a foundation chain, and our foundation chain today is going to be a multiple of 2 stitches. So today I'm going to go ahead and chain 22. Once you have that foundation chain worked, you're going to begin row 1 by working a single crochet into the second chain from your hook, and then single crochet into each stitch all the way across. At the end of row 1, you're going to chain 1 and turn your work. Now for row 2, we're going to begin by working a single crochet into that first stitch. Your chain 1 does not count as a stitch. Then chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into your next. Repeat this all the way across. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into your next. Chain 1, skip the next stitch, and single crochet into your next, all the way across. At the end of row 2, chain 1 and turn your work. We're now going to work some of the waistcoat stitches, or I guess kind of start the foundation row for our waistcoat stitches. But what you're going to do is you're going to begin by working a single crochet into the first stitch. You're then going to work a waistcoat stitch into the stitch that was skipped 2 rows below. To work our waistcoat stitch, normally you would work in the top under the top 2 loops of your stitch, but to work the waistcoat stitch, you're actually going to insert your hook between the 2 vertical bars of the single crochet down below through the post of that stitch. You're then going to yarn over, draw up a loop, and draw it up to the height of your single crochet. And I'm going to do that again because I missed going through the 2 bars. This first row is a little bit more tricky than the rest of them. So between the 2 vertical bars of the post of your single crochet, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over, and pull through 2 loops. So you can see it there, it's just worked in between through the bar of that single crochet. You're going to then single crochet into the next stitch. Next, work another waistcoat stitch into that next skip stitch 2 rows below. So bring your hook down and between the 2 vertical bars right through the center of the post of that single crochet, insert your hook, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through 2 loops. And then single crochet into your next stitch. You're going to do this all the way across, working a waistcoat stitch through the post of the next stitch, 2 rows below, and a single crochet into the next, all the way across. Now you'll see if you're finding it's a little bit too tight, I'm just hooking it with my hook and then pulling the 2 bars aside so I can insert my hook through if you're finding this row a little bit tight. The rest of the rows are much easier. So single crochet and waistcoat. All the way across. When you come all the way across at the end of your row 3, you're finishing off with a single crochet into that final stitch, chain 1 and turn your work. We're now going to repeat our rows 2 and 3, but I'm going to just show you a little bit more just so you can see what it looks like worked into the rows afterward. So repeat your row 2, single crochet into the top of the first stitch, chain 1, skip the next stitch, single crochet into your next. Repeat that all the way across. This is for your row 4, and we're simply repeating our row 2. When you come across, you're working a single crochet into that final stitch, chain 1, and turn your work. You're now going to work a repeat of your row 3, so single crochet into the top of that first stitch, and then work a waistcoat stitch in the skip stitch 2 rows below. Now this time you'll see that your vertical bars are much easier to see, so you're just inserting your hook through the center of those bars, yarn over, draw up a loop, yarn over and pull through, then single crochet into your next stitch. You're going to repeat that all the way across, waistcoat in the next skip stitch 2 rows below, and single crochet into your next. Repeat this all the way across at the end of your row, chain 1, turn your work, and continue to repeat your rows 2 and 3 for as long as you would like. And that's all there is to working this wonderful waistcoat moss stitch. So thank you so much for joining me. Once again, I invite you to subscribe, take a look around, and I look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, happy crocheting. Bye.